Hi, grade 6. Our lesson today is about oxygen gas. But first, do you know that the Earth is surrounded by something called atmosphere, which is attracted to the Earth by gravity? So, what is the atmosphere? Atmosphere is a mixture of gases that attracted to the Earth by gravity. Okay, what are these gases? To know the answer, let's talk about the components of the atmosphere. Number 1, nitrogen gas, which represents 78% of the atmosphere. Number 2, oxygen gas, which represents 21% of the atmosphere. Number 3, carbon dioxide gas and other gases like helium, neon and argon, which represent 1% of the atmosphere. Now, let's talk about the importance of the atmosphere. Atmosphere protects the Earth from ultraviolet rays which are coming from the space, and also it adjusts or regulates the temperature of the Earth. Now, let's talk about the oxygen gas. Oxygen gas was discovered in China in 800 before Christ birth. Then it was rediscovered again by Joseph Priestley in 1774. Then Antoine Lavoisier gave it the name oxygen in 1778. Okay, you should know that the oxygen gas consists of two oxygen atoms, and the symbol of oxygen is O2. And its ratio is 21%, which means fifths of the air volume. And the ratio of oxygen is always constant because the oxygen which is consumed during respiration and burning is compensated by the green plants during photosynthesis process, in which the green plants take carbon dioxide gas from the air, water and mineral salts from the soil, light from the sun to make their food and to produce oxygen gas. What about the preparation of the oxygen gas in the lab? Oxygen gas is prepared in the lab by the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide in the presence of manganese dioxide into water and oxygen gas. Here, the manganese dioxide acts as a catalyst. What is the catalyst? It's a chemical substance that remains without any change in its quantity and properties during the chemical reaction. In this experiment, the oxygen gas is formed in the cylinder and replaced the water. So, the oxygen here is collected by downward displacement of water. Why? Because the oxygen is hardly or scarcely dissolved in water. Now, let's talk about the properties of the oxygen gas. Number 1, oxygen is colorless, tasteless, and odorless gas. Number 2, it's hardly or scarcely dissolved in water. Number 3, it has no effect on litmus paper as it doesn't change the color of the litmus paper. Number 4, it doesn't burn but it helps in burning. Number 5, it's heavier than air, so it replaces the air. Number 6, when we insert lighted magnesium ribbon in a cylinder filled with oxygen, a white matter is produced which is called magnesium oxide, and the black matter is formed on the wall of the cylinder from inside, which is called carbon. So the oxygen had the ability to combine directly with most elements, forming element oxide. Oxygen gas combines with elements in two ways, which are number 1, oxidation, number 2, burning or combustion. Oxidation It's a slow reaction between the oxygen and the element in the presence of water. Example, iron rusts. What about the burning? It's a fast reaction between the oxygen and the element producing heat and light. Example, burning a piece of cleaning wire. Give reason. When you burn an aluminium cleansing wire, its mass increases. Why? Because the oxygen combines with aluminium, forming aluminium oxide, whose mass is higher than that of aluminium only. Okay, what are the uses and importance of the oxygen gas? Oxygen is used in the respiration of living organisms. Oxygen used in the burning of food inside the body cells to produce energy. Also, the oxygen is used in the formation of water, which consists of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, and its symbol is H2O. Also, the oxygen used in the formation of ozone gas, which consists of 3 oxygen atoms and its symbol O3, and ozone layer in the atmosphere that protects the earth from harmful radiations that come from the sun. Also, oxygen is compressed in iron cylinders to be used in mechanical ventilations and during surgeries in hospitals. Also during diving and climbing mountains. Why we use the oxygen which is compressed in iron cylinders during diving and during climbing mountains? During diving to respire under the water. What about climbing mountains? Because oxygen is heavier than air, so its percentage decreases when we rise above the Earth's surface. Also, the oxygen combines with acetylene gas to produce oxyacetylene flame, which is used in cutting and welding metals, as its temperature rises to 3500 degrees Celsius. Our lesson today is finished. Goodbye.